Brad and Brevin, you guys have won 6 straight games now. What's been the difference, do you think, in this team during this stretch?
I just think we're very connected, especially offensively. The ball's moving really fluid, and you know we have a lot of different weapons that makes it a very challenging assignment for teams to defend. And so you have a lot of different weapons. One person can have an off game, but you have 3, 4, 5, 6 other guys that can pick up that slack. So just I'd say consistency in that, and the connectedness, just sticking together through everything. Jeff.
For Brevin, you guys off to your left. You guys had a 49-37 lead. They scored 12 in a row to make it a game. What was the key to not letting that affect you guys down the stretch and finding a way to make enough plays to pull it out?
I mean, we've been there many times this year. If you look at early in the season, we were in a bunch of close games down the stretch, and we've been battle tested at this point. We've been in a battle every game, and we've found ways to win. So at the end of the day, that's what we did today. Was you just got enough stops when you needed them to find a way to win. Execute the plays, and Coach Gard calls them. So just finding ways to win.
Aleem, can you kind of take us through the dunk that gave you guys the lead? I mean, that was like a set play, right? I mean, can you take us through what was drawn up and how it was executed?
Earlier in the game, I was trying to tell Meach to kind of get that look, and it kind of worked out best that we kind of saved it for later, but Brevin called it in the huddle at the end right there, and it just worked out perfectly, just having like shooters like Nate to where my guy needs to stun and help like that. It definitely worked to our benefit.
Jeff.
Micah, to your left over here. You and Nate battled Oturu for much of the game. How tough of a cover is he, given that he can step out a little bit, but also is pretty tenacious in the lane?
We got to give him a lot of credit. He hit some tough shots. Like there was that one that he hit over Nate, like a little turnaround. That was just Nate played really good defense. He just decided to hit it. But no, he's really good. Obviously, he's one of the best bigs in the Big Ten for a reason. Going forward, going up against him, he only makes you better. So going forward, we're not going to have any more breaks. We still have some good bigs that we got to play, the next couple games and in the tournament. But yeah, he's a solid player, that's for sure.
Tom.
Brevin, back here. You hit some big shots down the stretch. Are you really looking for those kinds of things at this point in your career? You're really comfortable hunting those things out?
I mean, I guess it's just, I've been here a long time. I've had opportunities before in games to take those types of shots, and Coach Gard trusts me, my teammates trust me to execute in those situations. So, it's just that confidence you have in yourself and your team to, it's nothing like too serious, honestly. It's a good look. You got to take them. So.
But how do you feel going down the stretch here, the way you're playing in your senior year, though?
I'm having a lot of fun, just trying to leave it all on the floor every day and, just enjoy the grind. So. Can't complain.
Ben.
Micah, on your left, piggybacking up Jeff's question about Oturu, you had a decent view of it, I think, on the bench. Nate's block on him to really kind of set you guys up for the win. Just talk about what you kind of saw from your vantage point and how big of a play that was for you guys defensively on him.
Well, it just seemed like we just couldn't get a stop there for a little bit. And Oturu and Carr they were hitting tough shots. I mean, we were playing good defense. They just were hitting shots over us. But they did a great job there. I mean, obviously, he's their go-to guy, and so that's who they're going to try to go to in that late game situation to win the game. But Nate stayed down, walled him up, and everyone knows the outcome of that. And that was huge for us getting that stops because then we could come out and be a little more comfortable on offense.
Yeah.
This is from Micah and anybody else who might want to chime in. Micah, you were talking not too long ago about where you guys are in the standings, and you got a little giddy and said, I just want to win a Big Ten title. What do you think where you guys are positioned in the standings now? How important is this last week for you guys to finish things out strong to
win games? Win games and hope that everything else outside of our control works out in our favor. But all we can do is control what we can control. Obviously, we all know where we're at in the standings. But at the same time, like I said, all we can do is control what we can control. We got to win against Northwestern and win at IU. So going forward, we just got to make sure we're prepared for those games.
Jim.
President, are you at all surprised that you guys are in this position with the final week of the regular season and it's there within your grasp, the title?
No, ever since the summer, we know how much talent we have on our team. We know the weapons we've had. And, I think early in the year we had obviously our ups and downs, but we had some ups where we were playing really good basketball certain games and for certain parts of games. So we knew we had it in us. Coaches had confidence that we had it in us and kept the mantra was, don't chase success, just continue to get better every day, and that's what we've done. Every game, every practice, not looking too far ahead, but just trying to build momentum and get better and grow closer together. So I'm not surprised at all. Like going back to your question, it's a big week ahead, but they're all big weeks in this league. Tom?
Brad, could you speak to the way Brevin's closing out his career in his senior year and the way he's really stepped up here, especially lately?
Yeah, he's been huge for us. When he's playing confident, he is the best shooter in the country. We always tell him that. And so not only is he searching those looks, but we're searching for him to have those looks. We know that every time he shoots, we think it's going in, whether that's in the beginning of the game or at the end of the game. So it's been huge for us. I think that's kind of been a theme for all of our players right now is everyone's playing with a lot of confidence. Everyone's being assertive. Everyone's taking advantage of the opportunities that are there. I think being in his senior year, he wants to leave it all out there on the floor. He wants to achieve everything we want to achieve too. That makes it fun to be a part of.
Jim?
Brevin, Aleem said you basically called that play that ended with him dunking it. What did you see there, and was it at all, did you have to convince your coach at all, or was he pretty much on board with the suggestion?
No, he's probably thinking the same thing. The whole game, everybody's trying to make observations. We're on the floor, the coaches are watching, just trying to get that little edge, and we noticed a couple things with our coverage, and that's just a play we had in the back of our pockets, and we executed on it.
Last one here, Ben.
Brad, you guys have been so proficient with the three-point shot on this winning streak tonight. It kind of had ebbs and flows. What does it mean for you guys to find a way to win ugly when something that's been kind of your bread and butter here the last month isn't as consistent for you?
It's huge. I think you can kind of fall in love with the three-point shots at times. When you have games that are not going in as well. At the rate they have been, our motto is gritty, not pretty. Brevin loves that motto. But sometimes you got to find ways to win. Especially in March. Survive in advance. Everyone knows the mantra. It starts now. So whether the shots are going in, shots aren't going in, you got to find other ways to win. Whether it was, Nate's block at the end. Brevin hit a big one at the end, obviously. Or the loose ball that we got, that Mish got up to Brevin. Those little plays make a big difference, and those kind of gritty plays that might not make highlights or might not be in the stats, but they make a big difference, especially late in games. So just priding ourselves on winning games. That's what it comes down to.